everybody, I'm Brendan Andrews.
And I'm Ben Ludicky.
Welcome to Carbon Auto. So today we have the 2019 Volkswagen Golf Autobahn GTI.
So now I'm going to start talking about the exterior of the car. And this being the Autobahn package, it comes with a couple things that the standard S does not come with. One of those is these 18-inch Dallas wheels. And then it also comes with these LED daytime running lights and turn signals, which are only on the Autobahn package. And they are a really nice addition. It has this red line that runs through it, matches the aesthetic of the front end of the GTI. Another thing that you can get on the SE trim, but is standard with the Autobahn, is this sunroof that we talk about a little bit further on the inside of the car. Looking around on the outside, you have this GTI badge, which is on both sides of the car, LED turn signals in the mirrors, LED fog lights, which are standard with every trim of the GTI. And then if you look around here, it used to be a actual Volkswagen badge, but now it has a sensor in the front for the front assist. So that is now just a gloss over, and it's kind of like a hologram of Volkswagen logo on the front. Okay, moving on to the back of the GTI, you'll notice we have these two exhaust tips with a chrome tip, and they are real. Most manufacturers are moving away from that now. You do have this nice ABS rear diffuser as well. And this GTI badge in red right here, and then the backup camera is actually housed inside the Volkswagen logo. If you pop it up, which is also how you open the trunk, it'll expose the backup camera right there.
Alright, so let's talk about the engine. What is in this vehicle?
This is the 2.0 turbo. It's a classic engine from Volkswagen. In this specific model, it's making 228 horsepower and 254 pound-feet of torque.
It's pretty good. It's actually a lot quicker than what you would think. Driving this, my intention so far were that it wasn't going to be as quick.
Yeah, it's a very peppy engine. You can definitely hear a lot. A lot of the engine noise is actually pumped in through the audio system too. So when you switch modes, it will change the sound of the engine.
What a lot of manufacturers are doing. I'm not sure how I feel about that completely.
In this car, it's pretty natural, so I'm not complaining about it.
Oh, no, not at all. I've heard cars where it sounds super fake.
Yeah.
It's like,
this is a recorded sound of the engine, the actual engine, the 2.0, and it's pumped in line with you driving the car.
So we're in the Autobahn trim, and what's nice are these seats. I love some side bolsters, and this is nice. You feel like you're in the vehicle. We'll show some pictures right here. All right, how'd you think about it? Now that you saw a picture. So side bolstering is nice. It's always good. So just driving fast and fun around corners.
It makes you feel really secure in the car and locked down. Helps you feel really planted when driving it. I'm a big fan of them. And when you're in the Autobahn package like we have on this car, it actually comes with this faux leather seat. It really, you can't tell the difference between the real leather and this leather that Volkswagen's made.
Well, this will actually last a little bit longer too than leather.
It also has the red stitching on the seats, gear shifter, e-brake boot, and steering wheel. And that design language flows throughout. It kind of links the car with the outside with the red line, which is the classic GTI look.
The one we're in right now actually has the Fender audio system, and that audio system sounds really good. Obviously, we can't play any songs through it right now because there's copyright. But other than that, if you guys were here, it's nice.
Yeah, but this car is a blast to drive. I love it.
I didn't think I would like driving this near as much as I have. Out of every hatchback I've driven, this has by far been my favorite so far. It's just nimble.
Yeah, it's no wonder that the GTI has been the industry standard for so many years now. It's just so well built. The interior quality is amazing. I mean, you do still have some hard plastics on the door and whatnot, but it's nowhere near some of the competition like the Veloster. And you really get a good feeling of quality with this car. You get what you pay for, which is really nice.
Well, and plus when you're sitting there too, you got to think about it. I mean, this is still at a very comparable cost. Is it at an MSRP of just like right at 38, just over 38?
Yeah, and this is the highest trim level, so you can start at the S, which starts at a little over 27,000.
So what's really nice about the design elements that I like is you get the D-cut steering wheel with the GTI. It's metal right on the steering wheel. It's a nice feel. It's a slimmer steering wheel, but I guess it kind of goes with the car. You're dealing with a smaller vehicle. You do get a nice interface, which is cool, is when you reach your hand up to it, buttons actually appear. So it goes away and just gives it a nice slim, pristine look when your hand's not near, and then when you need it, it's right there at it.
The one thing that absolutely kills me though, that Volkswagen needs to fix, is the volume knob. The power button still rotates. It does not stand still. I feel like every other manufacturer nowadays has gotten rid of that, and it's just a little thing that just bugs me, but I'm sure they'll fix it eventually. Well, since we're talking about features in the center console, I'll go over the climate control. So in the Autobahn package, you actually have dual climate control and heated seats, and that is only on the Autobahn package. In the SE and S packages, it still has that single climate control, so that is nice. And then most of the trim on the center console is actually a piano black finish, which can get pretty dirty if you're using the center console with the screen and climate controls a lot, but wipes down pretty easily.
So another cool thing too for several people is the sunroof. It is nice. It actually goes out of the vehicle when it gets put up. It doesn't retract inside. So what that allows is for headroom, you're gonna have more headroom in this. What is the height of this car?
This is 57.8 inches tall.
So that's going to give you enough room inside the car to feel comfortable. I'm 5'10" and I have plenty of room. It feels like I'm in a full-size SUV. The lane keeping assist in this is really nice. Of course, every manufacturer is going towards safety features, and of course with government regulation, every new car is going to have a backup camera. That's easy. This does have the adaptive cruise control too, so all the safety features on this, as far as your lane keeping assist, it does have the blind spot detection and the adaptive cruise control. That's a fun feature. If anybody hasn't had it, it's actually pretty cool. A lot of people are concerned with it, give or take. It just depends what you want in a vehicle. If you want something that's base and standard, you can shut all of it off, which is nice. But if you do want it, it has it, which is nice. Plus it helps your insurance out.
The GTI, if you do get a dual clutch transmission, comes with paddle shifters. Obviously, if you get a manual transmission, it will not come with that. But the paddles are made of plastic. They do feel pretty nice, especially for the price of the car. They're on the wheel. They're not column mounted or anything like that, which I prefer. Other than that, the steering wheel feels really great in the hand. I love it. It's the perfect size, especially for this car, being a compact hatchback.
So obviously we just started getting into it. What do you think so far?
Oh, I love the driving. The handling is just absolutely amazing on this car. The pickup is great, especially for just being a 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
I mean, this car is not that big. Does tip the scale at just over 3,100 pounds, which isn't too bad. But I mean, this thing handles like a dream. You throw it into a corner and it just wants to go. This does have a limited slip differential, which helps you pull through the corners, because this is a front-wheel drive car. It is not the Golf R. If you want that all-wheel drive, you will have to move up to the Golf R, which starts at about $42,000.
Definitely has a good pickup. It's always fun. I think that's one thing that definitely the Germans understand is many people mistake horsepower and torque. They want horsepower and they're like, oh, horsepower, horsepower, horsepower. I want to be able to go. Torque is what pushes you forward.
Yeah.
And the more torque you have, the more that you're going to get pushed back into your seat. And I think that's what everybody wants at the end of the day.
And there's definitely plenty of it in this car.
For sure.
All right, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a launch here. Some tire spin. There's a little bit of turbo lag with this engine, but that honestly just adds a little bit of fun to it.
Yeah.
I mean, especially if you're not working with a high horsepower car, you're not really worried about just absolutely smacking anybody in a race or anything like that, but it's just a fun car for a daily, and you can still rip around on some country roads on the weekend, which is really what this car's focus is about.
This is definitely geared towards that athletic driver. It's not a just easygoing. It's someone who enjoys the emotion and the passion of driving.
Yeah, you're not going to just hop into this car not knowing what it is. I would say 90% of people who buy a GTI because of 1, the heritage, 2, the fun, and 3, the practicality, because those are the main focuses of this car.
On the other hand though, if you put this car in comfort mode and just have it in drive, it is still really nice. It does not feel like you're driving a sporty hatch like it is. It definitely settles the car down enough that it's easy to drive every day if you're not that athletic driver and you do drive a little more conservative. It's nice to be able to switch it up. Overall though, this is a great vehicle for its price point and its segment. Volkswagen definitely does an incredible job with it. What would you say?
Oh, I absolutely love this car. Compared to some of the other cars in this segment, which would be the Velociter Turbo, the Velociter N, a Civic Si, which I know not all of them line up perfectly, but this one is definitely my personal preference. I know the Focus ST used to be comparable, but obviously Ford got rid of that along with all of their other cars, other than the Mustang. But I would say the closest to this would have been the Focus ST.
So most of the time with the sporty cars, you are going to get a very rough ride. This is surprisingly smooth.
But not in a bad way. It's just very well maintained and controlled on the road. It goes where you want, but it doesn't cause a fuss while doing it, which is pretty nice.
I mean, so yeah, with that suspension, it is stiff enough that it corners and it handles well, but at the same time, it's smooth and comfortable, which is almost a hard balance to find when you're looking at a vehicle. I mean, most of the time, cars are either too boaty and have too much body roll, or they're almost too stiff that you go over the smallest bump and you feel it, and it's rough.
Especially in this price point, being a car in the mid $30,000 range, you're really not going to find anything that gives you that thrill like this car does for the price.
So if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and hit that like button too. It doesn't cost you anything, but it definitely does do a big help for us. And we'll see you next time. Take care.